Cult of the Dead Cow is a group of computer hackers who first came to my attention through word of mouth. I then found their website on the World Wide Web. Using the internet, they were able to create an identity for themselves as being one of the most elite computer hacker groups in the world. This website also served as a distribution center for Backworths, a program developed by the Cult of the Dead Cow.
You could read all the files on their drive, upload files to their drive, you could delete files from their drive, you could format the drive, you could do anything you want.
The Backworths has exposed the weaknesses in security in Microsoft Windows operating systems. The emails.
Gentlemen, to evil! Gentlemen, to evil! One out of 10 Windows computers on the internet right now, you can just connect to it and walk around on their hard drive without any password or anything. A lot of people are just now realizing that, like, when they connect to the internet from a Windows machine, all of their file sharing and all of that is fully accessible on the internet. Download it.
The excuse to get a computer used to be to like I need it for school, or, like I need it, to like do my finances, when it would really be for games.
You're buying it for games, but really it's porn.
I need it for email, and I need it for, for the web, it's like how I get information, it's how I get my news.
Hacking. There's lots of forms of hacking.
It's a mindset. I mean, I think that as long as there's been people who've done that.
My handle is taken from a bondage comic book from the 20s. The character, Sadistic Darcy, is always trying to do evil things, but always bungles it and ends up doing good inadvertently.
I first started using them, getting online, like, and getting involved in like the Secret Underground or whatever in like '85. Global domination through media saturation.
CDC is pretty much it's a social club, or at least New Hack is a place for this social club. And rather than having bake sales or smoking cigars and handling brandy snifters, we work with computers and networks and write text files and put our opinions out and cause mayhem.
Cause mayhem. That's good. That's excellent.
On Sunday morning, the New York Times discovered that its website had been taken over by hackers who called themselves HFG, standing for Hacking for Girlies. The newspaper's homepage had disappeared. Instead, viewers saw images of naked women and statements of support for an imprisoned hacker named Kevin Mitnick.
What's really popular in the news, which is the cybercrime and stuff like that, the changing of web pages.
Well, one of the things we really want to separate ourselves from is like the whole idea of activism is like web page hacks and like, going in and doing like, yo dude, fucking Portuguese have to like fucking free East Timor and shit, word to my homies, out, I just think more subtle ways of doing it are better, like the New York Times hack if they fucked with an article.
Hey, could the archive have been, tampered with and changed? And the New York Times claims, oh, no, that wouldn't be possible. Whatever showed up, would obviously be absurd and, anyone would notice. And, one of the reasons that when they changed the page at that time, it was so, devastating, was the release of the Star Report.
Yep.
They could have changed the Star Report, and would it have seemed absurd? I thought, the cigar thing was kind of absurd. What we're going to do here just now is simulate an attack on a system over the internet that would have their shares enabled and passworded. and we're going to use a program called attack.exe that's going to run through a dictionary and open up the box so that it'll allow me to connect to it and put on the back orifice server. The back orifice server is a Trojan, sort of a Windows 95 rootkit, if you will, which will allow me to take remote access control of the target computer. Okay, we're all set. We're going to run the attack program. We attempted the password Clinton, attempted the password Lewinsky, attempted the password Fellatio, attempted the password Star, attempted the password Whitewater, attempted the password Phone Tap, Trip, Oval Office, Stained, Impeach, and Cigar. And there's it. Cigar was the password on the shared machine. I've connected to the share and I now have access to the machine.
You should look at the sharing control panel and see if you're if somebody's actually on.
If you believe that a law is unjust, you not only have a right to disobey that law, you have a responsibility.
I don't like the term cracker. I think it's a stupid term.
Cracker, go back to my trailer home, drink my pants.
One person with knowledge can actually make a difference. You know, you can literally change the world.
Our major focus with back orifice is the sheer fact that the world's most popular operating system, regardless of who manufactures it, just happens to be wide open to attacks over the internet. That's a real problem, especially when you're giving this operating system to fairly non-technical people who may have bought their first computer ever. And they're going onto the internet because they're told that, you know, it's relatively safe. Well, it's not.
So basically what we suggest is any Windows 95 user install NetWatcher and leave it open all the time. I'm the ordinary user who is watching pornography instead of his computer, so I wouldn't notice this thing on NetWatcher.
For the BIOS server to become activated, we actually have to get the machine, the target machine, to reboot.
We have Windows 95 and we're immune to that?
Oh my God! So we went. No.
Sorry. So I'm going to send, basically force a dialog box on them.
It rubs the lotion on its body.
It rubs the lotion on its body, or it gets rebooted. It's the default dialog, I thought.
No, that's not the default dialog.
I thought that was the system dialog. How do I know that was from you?
I'm on it. I'm on it. There's sites with screenshots that have hundreds of screenshots. My favorite one was it's a screenshot. Because you can take screenshots with back orifice and you can pop up dialog boxes. So there's a lot where people will pop up a dialog box on someone else's computer and then take a screenshot of it. So there's one. It's someone with their Microsoft money open with their personal finances and 50 dialog boxes in front of it that all say, "I bet you're wetting your pants right now." What we really want is for people with skills to actually start going out there and doing stuff, like finding out shit.
The reasonable man conforms to society, whereas the unreasonable man expects society to conform to him. Therefore, all progress is made by unreasonable men.
Are we unreasonable? I consider myself very unreasonable. I am working on a product which would protect against not only programs like back orifice, but any virus or any hostile program or even any bugs in known programs. And I do plan to charge on it, so charge for it rather. So we'll see. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people going, "Oh ho! Now we know why he released that evil program." But in truth, I expected, the industry to come up with some kind of protection against this because, all the protection that they're offering right now, scanning for back orifice and blocking port 31337, that's all fine and dandy, but that's only going to protect you against back orifice, this exact version of back orifice. If we change our program or anybody else writes a program like it, and it's not hard to write, it's very, very simple, then people have absolutely no protection. And that's the awareness that we're trying to raise. It's really frustrating that nobody has actually come up with a decent solution for it.
Someone probably wouldn't even notice the number of times that, Windows crashes, even though I sent a reboot command.
So that's why we're here in a secret location. Whereabouts are unknown to the film crew.
You got blindfolded.
I drove you around for 6 days.
You always hear that a third of the net of the world's net access comes from the Bay Area. That's not true. Actually, a third of the world's net access comes from Lubbock, Texas.
I'm using a...
That should be said. Yeah, pretty much. Nothing that I want documented on film. Well, did you realize that Benjamin Franklin had the largest collection of pornography? He was Lech. Like you never hear of it like this part of history, like the weird things about the founding fathers. Like Benjamin Franklin has the largest collection of pornographic etchings in the 13 colonies. You could read all the files on their drive, upload files to their drive. You could delete files from their drive. You could format the drive. You could do anything you want.
The back orifice has exposed the weaknesses in security in Microsoft Windows operating systems. The emails. The Cult of the Dead Cow is a group of computer hackers who first came to my attention through word of mouth. I then found their website on the World Wide Web. Using the internet, they were able to create an identity for themselves as being one of the most elite computer hacker groups in the world. This website also served as a distribution center for Back Orifice, a program developed by the Cult of the Dead Cow.
Gentlemen, to evil! Gentlemen, to evil!
One out of 10 Windows computers on the internet right now, you can just connect to it and walk around on their hard drive without any password or anything. A lot of people are just now realizing that when they connect to the internet from a Windows machine, all of their file sharing and all of that is fully accessible on the internet.
The excuse to get a computer used to be to